Jungkook stood frozen, his world spinning. He stared at YN and Sana, his mind a chaotic mix of shock and confusion. You are eating for two now, you baby. The words echoed in his head, a devastating truth he had been too blind to see. He couldn't believe it. YN was carrying his child. He had pushed her away. He had called her a liar. The guilt was a heavy weight and a deep regret settled in his heart. He remembered that night, the excitement in her eyes when she had waited for him, ready to tell him something important. He had challenged her with divorce papers. He had never given her a chance. Just then a doctor came out holding a clipboard. Doctor, Mr. Jung, here are the DNA test results for the child. Jungkook's hand trembled as he took the papers. He barely looked at the baby in his arms. His eyes scanned the report and the words jumped out at him. Negative. His heart, which had been so full of fear and confusion, now filled with a cold, hard anger. Lina's son was not his. The whole thing was a lie, a game. He remembered how she came to his office begging for forgiveness, and he had only cared about the child she brought. He had been so blind. He looked up and he saw YN and Sana walking towards the exit. He had to stop them. He had to tell her. Jungkook rushed after them, his heart pounding in his chest. He had to stop her. He reached them just as they were about to walk out of the hospital door. Jungkook, YN, wait. YN and Sana both turned, their faces a mixture of surprise and caution. YN's eyes widened when she saw him, and she tried to walk past him, but he reached out and gently held her wrist. Jungkook, please, don't go. I'm so sorry. YN, her voice was flat and distant, her eyes avoiding his. Sorry for what, Jungkook? Sorry for telling me to leave? Sorry for believing a liar over me? Jungkook, yes, all of it. I'm so sorry. I was so stupid. I just got the DNA test results. The baby isn't mine. Lina was playing a game. YN and Sana both gasped. YN's face already pale went completely white. YN, you believe me now? Jungkook, I should have. I should have believed you from the beginning. I'm sorry for not listening to you, for not giving you a chance to tell me. I'm sorry for telling you to leave, for not taking care of you and our baby. YN's eyes widened in shock. How do you know about that? Jungkook, I overheard you and Sana just now. I heard the doctor. Why didn't you tell me? That night you were so excited about something. Why didn't you tell me you were pregnant? Tears well up in YN's eyes. I tried. The night you gave me divorce papers, I was so excited to tell you. I thought it could make everything okay. I thought it would make you happy, that we could be a family. But you didn't even give me a chance to say a word. Jungkook's heart edged with a pain he couldn't describe. The regret was overwhelming. He held her hand tighter, his thumb stroking her wrist gently. Jungkook, I know, I was so scared. I know it's no excuse. But after Lina left, I was terrified of loving someone again. I was scared of getting hurt, of being betrayed. I didn't want to lose you, so I pushed you away. I kept telling myself it was a lie, that I didn't have feelings for you, because I was too scared to face the truth. It was a mistake, a terrible mistake. I love you, YN. I always have, even when I was too scared to admit it to myself. I was scared that if I loved you, You could leave me too. He looked at her, his eyes bleeding. Please, YN, don't go. Don't leave me alone again. I'm begging you. Give me a chance to fix this. YN looked at him, her heart a mess of conflicting emotions. Love, hurt, anger, and a small flicker of hope. He had finally said the words she had longed to hear, but the pain of his betrayal was a wound that was still too fresh. YN, you say you love me, but your action said something else entirely. You called me a liar. You told me to leave. You chose her without a second thought. Why would you believe I would betray you like she did? Why would you ever think that? Jungkook, I didn't, not really. I knew you weren't like her. I saw your goodness, your kindness, but the fear, it was so strong. She left me in a dark place, and I was so scared to come out. I was scared to open my heart to anyone, even you. I'm so sorry, YN, for everything, for the way I treated you, for the pain I caused you. I know I don't deserve it, but please, can you forgive me? Please let me be a father to our child. YN was silent for a long moment, her eyes searching his face for any sign of a lie. The sincerity was there, a raw, vulnerable look she had never seen before, but the pain he had caused her was too deep. YN, I need time, Jungkook. A lot of time. I can't just forget everything that happened. I can't just pretend it never happened. I'm so confused. I have to think. She gently pulled her wrist from his grasp. I'm sorry. I need to be alone. She turned and walked away, leaving him standing there in the middle of the hospital hallway, alone and heartbroken. The DNA test results crumpled in his hand. Jungkook walked back into the house, his heart a heavy stone in his chest. He was no longer just sad, he was furious. He had been played for a fool, and his anger was a cold, hard fire. Lina greeted him with a bright, fake smile, completely unaware of the storm that was about to break. Lina, oh, honey, you are back? How was the park with our son? Jungkook didn't answer. He walked straight to the living room table and slammed the DNA test results down. Jungkook, what is this, Lina? Tell me the truth. Lina's smiles flattered, a flicker of fear in her eyes. What are you talking about, Jungkook? She asked, trying to sound innocent. Jungkook, don't play dumb with me. The DNA test, it says you and that child, you have no relation with me. You lied. You lied about everything. His voice was a thunderous roar filled with a rage he had never felt before. Lina, trying to act shocked. Jungkook, what are you saying? Of course, he is your son. Don't listen to those stupid tests. They must be wrong. Jungkook, wrong? No, Lina, you are wrong. I heard you on the phone. You said it was all a lie. You said you just wanted my money. Lina, her innocent act crumbling. So what? You have so much and I deserve it. You left me. I had nothing. Jungkook, I left you? You left me a note saying you fell out of love. And then you came back with a child that isn't mine. Trying to steal my life? Lina, what did you expect? I had no money. This was the only way, and it was working, wasn't it? You believed me. You pushed away the pathetic little wife of yours for me. And now you have no one, Jungkook. You are all alone. She laughed a cruel, heartless sound. Jungkook, his voice choked with rage. You are a monster. You played me. You hurt YN. You used an innocent child to play your games. He picked up his phone, his hand shaking with fury. They are here. Take her away. A few minutes later, the doorbell rang. Two police officers stood in the doorway. Officer, Mr. Jung, we received your call. Jungkook, yes, this woman, Lina, and the child. They have been deceiving me. This child is not mine. She admitted to the lie. The officer spoke to Lina, their expressions grim. She tried to argue, but her lies had finally run out. They led her and the baby away. Jungkook stood in the middle of the living room, the silence of those house of deafening. He had called the police to come and take Lina and her baby away. The baby wasn't his, and Lina's web of lies had finally come undone. He sank onto the sofa, the weight of everything hitting him all at once. Tears streamed down his face, a raw painful cry he had held back for too long. He had been so blind, so foolish. He had lost YN because of his own fear and inability to trust. He had believed a lie and pushed away the one person who had truly loved him, the person who was carrying his child. Jungkook, YN, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He whispered, his voice thick with tears. Please forgive me. Please come back to me. The words etched in the empty room unanswered. He had no idea where she was, if she could ever forgive him, or if he could ever see his child. The pain in his heart was unbearable. He was truly alone. He was destroyed the one good thing he had. He had let his fear of being hurt again ruin his chance to real happiness. The house was no longer a symbol of his wealth, but a monument to his failure. Months had passed since YN left. Every single day, Jungkook drove to her small apartment. He didn't go inside unless he was invited. But he could leave a bouquet of her favorite white lilies by the door. He could wait across the street just to catch a glimpse of her, to make sure she was okay. He worried constantly about her and the baby. He knew he didn't deserve her forgiveness, but he couldn't stop trying. Each day he could leave a small, heartfelt note saying for her forgiveness, telling her how much he regretted his actions. One sunny morning, he saw her door slightly ajar. He knocked hesitantly. YN opened it, her eyes widening at the sight of him. Sana was behind her, looking at him with a mix of pity and disapproval. Jungkook, YN, good morning. I just wanted to check if you are feeling alright. YN didn't return his greeting with the warmth he longed for. Her voice was polite but distant. YN, yes Jungkook, I'm fine. Jungkook, I brought this. He held out the lilies, they were your favorite. She took them with a word. Jungkook, what are you doing? He asked instantly, peering into the apartment. YN, I was just about to make something in the kitchen. Jungkook, can I help? YN looked at Sana, who shrugged slightly. YN, I was actually craving something a little strange. Potato chips with Nutella. Jungkook's eyebrows rose in surprise. Potato chips and Nutella? Are you sure? YN, my cravings have started, she said with a small, almost reluctant smile. Jungkook, then please, let me make it for you. He stepped inside, his heart beating a little faster. He carefully prepared the odd snack for her, watching as she ate it with a strange mix of enjoyment and a slight grimace. He offered to help with other things, cleaning up, anything to be near her. As evening approached, Jungkook knew he had to leave. He watched YN from the doorway, her small frame looking so different now. He was scared to go, scared to leave her alone, but he knew he couldn't push her. He walked over to her, his heart pounding with nerves. Jungkook, YN, I'm leaving now. But before I go, I just wanted to say again how truly sorry I am for everything. The regret I feel every single day is unbearable. He paused, taking a deep breath. Please, YN, come home with me. Let me take care of you and our baby. I will never hurt you again. We can start over. YN looked away, her expression unreadable. She hugged her arms around her stomach, a protective gesture that made his heart ache. YN, I can't, Jungkook. I can't forget how you treated me. How you believed Lina lies so easily. How you preferred her and that baby over me. I understand you wanted child, but you didn't even trust me. You didn't believe me when I needed you to most. Jungkook, I know YN and I will never forgive myself for that. Please, believe me when I say I love you and I love our baby, even though I haven't even held him or her yet. YN, love isn't something you can just switch on and off, Jungkook, especially after everything that's happened. I needed more time. I can't just move back in and pretend everything is okay. I am still so hurt. Jungkook, I understand, but please let me be a father to our baby. I want to be there for him or her, and I don't want you to raise our child alone. I don't want our baby to be without a father, like I almost was. YN, that's something I have thought about. I don't want our baby to grow up without a father. So, if you want to be a father, a real father, and if you promise to respect my need for space and time, then maybe I can move back in. Not as your wife, not yet, but as co parents. We can live in the same house and raise our baby together. That way, our child will have both a mother and a father. Jungkook's heart sank a little. He wanted her back as his wife, his love. But the thought of being under the same roof as her, of being able to be a part of his child life, was a small spark of hope in the darkness. Jungkook, yes, YN, I promise. I will respect your space. I will be the best father I can be to our baby. Thank you, YN. Thank you for giving me this chance. After the twins finally drifted off to sleep, Jungkook came out of the room and saw YN still standing in the hallway. Jungkook, they are finally asleep. Those two have endless energy. YN, you are a good father, Jungkook. They love you so much. Jungkook, his gaze softening as he looked at her. They are my world, YN, just like you are. He signed that familiar regret washing over him. I still wish things were different between us. YN, we have a good life, Jungkook. Our children are happy. They have both of us. That's what matters most. Jungkook, I know, but my heart still aches, YN. I still regret for not believing you, not trusting your love. I still love you. YN looked at him, her expression a mix of warmth and sadness. I care about you, Jungkook. You are the father of my children, and we are a family. But my heart still needs time. The hurt is still there. Jungkook, I understand. I will keep waiting YN for as long as it takes. He knew she might never fully forgive him. The trust was broken, a fragile thing that couldn't be fixed overnight. He had to live with the regret of his past actions, a constant reminder of the mistake that almost cost him everything. YN, on the other hand, was slowly learning to trust him again, not as a lover, but as a co parent and a good man. Their heart was still apart, but they were bound by a love for their children, a love that had become their world and their future. The end of this story wasn't a perfect reconciliation, but a new beginning built on trust, forgiveness, and the promise of a better tomorrow.